Good morning. Welcome to Lancaster. We're honored to have all of you here. First, let me start by acknowledging a couple people who couldn't be here. And that first is Mayor Paris. As many of you know, he has led this organization with unwavering vision and passion, and I think a lot of the stuff we're talking about today is a result of that vision. In addition, I want to mention Supervisor Michael Antonovich, who has also whose efforts have been without equal in establishing the relationships that you see before you today. And of course, Christina Antonovich, whose grace and leadership has proven to be essential to Lancaster's success. She is a true friend of Lancaster. Thank you. Would also like to introduce the folks that are sitting behind me. First, our Vice Mayor, Ron Smith. Norm Hickling, Supervisor Antonovich's representative. Councilman Marvin Christ. Councilwoman Sherry Marcus. Mark Bazigian, our city manager. Robert Neal, our public works director. The mastermind behind our solar energy program. And our deputy mayor, Kit Izzetto. I'd like to also invite our friends from Topco Energy, James Kuo. Topco Scientific, Charles Lee. PCM Chairman Simon Cheng. And the Director General of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Los Angeles, Mr. Chung Chin Chong.
And also Chairman of U.S. Topco Energy.
Yeah, you had Joshua?
Joshua.
Yes. To get you a little acquainted with Lancaster, we're going to start with a short video. So if you bear with us, we're going to start a video and get you acquainted with Lancaster.
The city of Lancaster is one of the most affordable and easiest places for businesses to thrive in all of California. We recognize that the businesses in Lancaster need to be successful in order for us to be successful.
The pro-business attitude of our city council, along with the many programs and incentives offered by our city government, ensure that we are, and will remain, one of the most business-friendly communities in the state of California. The city of Lancaster is located in North Los Angeles County, in a region known as the Antelope Valley. Nearby is Los Angeles, a world-class metropolis, a major business hub, the capital of entertainment, known for its many landmark attractions, and cultural diversity. Los Angeles is also the nation's top international trade and manufacturing center. Harbor facilities and the Los Angeles International Airport provide direct access to the entire Pacific Rim. Southern California has the transportation infrastructure to move goods quickly and efficiently. These transportation corridors provide easy access between Lancaster and the world-class marketplace of Los Angeles. The Metro Rail system provides passenger rail service connecting Lancaster to the LA Basin. Commercial rail access to Lancaster and the region is provided by the Union Pacific Railroad. The city is working with the County of Los Angeles to make rail even more accessible with the potential development of an inland port. Nearby is General William J. Fox Airfield. This aviation facility handles air freight, along with private and charter aircraft. Land prices are much lower than those in the Los Angeles Basin. Spacious parcels are available for a wide range of business and industrial activities. millions of dollars have been invested in water treatment facilities that effectively reuse and recycle water to serve specialized agricultural needs and local industries. With its clear blue skies and favorable weather for flight, many giants of the aerospace industry, including Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, Boeing, and NASA, have made the Antelope Valley their home. Remarkable cutting-edge achievements in aviation technology have been developed at nearby Edwards Air Force Base. As a result, a large percentage of the population has managerial, professional, and technical skills.
I moved my business to Lancaster, California almost 13 years ago. This is a very pro-growth, pro-business community. Working with the city, you really felt like you were working with somebody that cared about your business. I couldn't think of a better place to do business than the Antelope Valley in Lancaster because of the support that you get from the city and because of the available workforce that's here.
With the region's affordable cost of living, local wages are extremely competitive. The local workforce has a reputation for productivity and stability.
If we're going to attract 21st century jobs to Lancaster, we need a 21st century workforce. And Lancaster has recognized that along with Antelope Valley College and have formed a partnership to do precisely that.
Antelope Valley College interacts and responds to the needs of local businesses, creating customized vocational training programs.
When businesses come to the Antelope Valley, and specifically to Lancaster, we are able to provide them with a workforce that is already trained the day they're ready to open.
Fortune 500 companies such as Bank of America, Starwood Hotels, and Rite Aid have all established operations facilities in Lancaster, taking advantage of the diverse, educated, and motivated local workforce. The city is forward-thinking in its pursuit of alternative energy sources. eSolar is an innovative company in the business of converting solar energy into electricity. eSolar worked with contractors from Shenzhen, China, in manufacturing parts for the plant, which were shipped to Lancaster for assembly and installation. The city was instrumental in facilitating the rapid, successful launch of eSolar's premier facility.
When cities recognize that it's their job to remove obstacles from businesses, businesses can operate at a profit.
With its ideal climate and abundant sunshine, along with its proximity to America's second largest population center, Lancaster is ideally situated to become the preeminent location for the solar industry. A project to revitalize downtown Lancaster is currently underway. A $110 million stimulus package has been established, which includes the creation of Destination Lancaster, a new partnership between the city and local businesses to promote tourism in Lancaster. Destination Lancaster is involved in sponsoring and staging events and activities throughout the year. The Antelope Valley Fair is just one example of what Lancaster has to offer in this area. Destination Lancaster events are geared to attract both visitors and locals, providing the commercial benefits of stimulating spending and boosting tourism. Cosmont Companies is a nationally renowned firm in the field of economic development. Larry Cosmont conceived and created the Cost of Doing Business survey. The survey compares over 400 cities across the United States, analyzing taxes, fees, and incentives that impact business interests.
Compared to most other cities in California, Lancaster has distinguished itself because it has an ongoing dialogue with the private sector.
We actually call it the Mayor's Roundtable, but at 7 o'clock in the morning, we would meet with all of the business leaders and we would just figure out ways. What is it we can do to help?
And it allows businesses' voice to be heard and investments to be made in that community.
The city offers numerous innovative incentives and development programs to aid businesses. These programs and incentives have the potential to add up to millions of dollars in savings for businesses which choose to locate in the city of Lancaster.
The incentives, combined with a low tax schedule, really have put Lancaster in the top performing and most competitive cities in LA County year after year according to the Cosmont survey.
The City of Lancaster has received the Eddie Award from the Los Angeles County Economic Development Corporation for being the most business-friendly city in Los Angeles County.
When a business decides to partner with the City of Lancaster, they have my absolute promise that we will do whatever is necessary to make them successful.
Lancaster, California, committed to economic growth and development. Lancaster, California, the clear choice for business.
About 1 year ago, our mayor set the goal of the community becoming an alternative energy capital of the world. Grand vision, of course, but how do you get there? Well, you start with having unmatched resources, sun, land, and wind. As you know, Lancaster has an abundance of each of these resources. You then merge these resources with people and companies who have an unending will to change the world. These are the ingredients that will make the city of Lancaster the alternative energy capital of the world. Next, you would ask, what does it mean to be the alternative energy capital of the world? We believe, as a city, that we can be the first city to partner, develop, and maintain energy that is used by the entire community. Not just the energy that is used by City Hall and city facilities, but actually generate enough electricity to offset the use of the entire city. Measuring the success, we can then say that 100% of the energy that is utilized by this community comes from alternative energy. As we set out to accomplish the mayor's goals, we started small. First with Solar Lancaster, which was a program that allowed residences to retrofit their homes with solar panels, save energy, save money, and save the world. Then we began the construction of solar facilities on city properties, some of that which you can see here at City Hall today. And lastly, we began an institutional program in which 26 schools will receive solar facilities to offset their utility costs as well as their utility usage. Although small, these projects will generate close to 13 megawatts of power, or 13% of that stated goal, while employing hundreds of people. With some successes under our belt and some wind in our sails, it's time to go big. With the approval of this agreement with Topco Energy Tuesday night, the city will begin its next phase of solar development. This phase consists of the construction of nearly 100 megawatts of power, and which will be sold on a wholesale basis to the utilities. The program will take many forms, from the development of large-scale facilities, cogeneration facilities, conversion technologies, and a distributed generation model that will merge small kilowatt-sized plants integrated throughout the community. Partnering with Topco Energy allows the city access to the top solar companies in the world, with an appetite to expand in the U.S. and specifically an appetite to expand in Lancaster. The city has made it its mission to merge the powers granted solely to government with the powers and strengths granted solely to business, to merge them in an effort to make these projects more efficient, more effective, and most importantly, more profitable. Not only will these projects and partnerships strengthen the economy, they will save lives and save the world. I will now turn it over to our Deputy Mayor, Kit Yiseto, to talk about her and the mayor's efforts.
As Mr. Cotto has just mentioned, Lancaster's goal is to be a global leader in the economy and to be the alternative energy capital of the world. This vision primarily stemmed from Mayor Paris, who unfortunately cannot be here today. With his vision, and with the help of Supervisor Antonovich, as well as Christine Antonovich, we were able to embark on a journey to Taiwan and China last year, where we met with numerous companies as well as top government officials who share the same vision. While we were there, we learned that these companies are the model for the alternative energy capital of the world. We took this knowledge, came back to Lancaster, and worked months and months to develop and to nourish these relationships. And today, I am proud to announce, on behalf of Mayor Paris, our relationship with U.S. Topco Energy and U.S. PCM Energy. Christine Antonovich has been instrumental in forming these relationships with numerous companies, first with BYD, and now with Topco and PCM. Topco, along with their sister company, PCM, are indeed world-class companies. In a few moments, you will hear directly from the representatives of these two companies what exactly they're doing with the city of Lancaster. We are very thrilled that these companies have approached the city of Lancaster, and we welcome their offer of partnership with open arms. While we were there, as I said, we learned a lot about these companies. And our goal, as Mr. Caudill has mentioned, is to be the alternative energy capital of the world. And in order for us to do that, we have our ideal location for solar. We have the crucial relationships with these companies, as well as visionary leadership that we have with our council, as well as Mayor Paris. This day will mark the beginning of what we hope to be a fruitful relationship with these companies. Make no mistake, this is going to change the face of the Antelope Valley in the next several years. And all of this ultimately is to create jobs for the city of Lancaster. In very short order, we hope to see the fruits of these relationships. Currently, as Mr. Caudill has mentioned, we are working with Topco to create and build solar generation projects and manufacturing and distribution firms, all in an effort to create more and new jobs in the city of Lancaster. And with that, I would like to turn it over to Norm Hickling from LA County and Representative Supervisor Antonovich to further talk about these relationships that we have. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It is indeed an honor to be here on behalf of Supervisor Antonovich and Christine Antonovich. The supervisor has been the supervisor for the 5th District for a long time now, and he's always had that forward vision, how to make the Antelope Valley a better place through public safety programs to make it safer, make it more family-oriented. But he's always had his eye on how do we increase the jobs and increase the technology that's out here and the education possibilities. And for years now, he's had contacts throughout the world. He's an international traveler, and I admire him for that, and it's an honor to work for him because he's always looking to the future and finding out new opportunities that he can bring to the Antelope Valley. And you're starting to see the fruits of that. And with the vision and the energy that the city of Lancaster has demonstrated in the last few years, you're starting to see companies like Topco Energy now wanting to come here to Lancaster because they recognize what a great place, something the supervisor's known for a long time, what a fantastic place, what the workforce, what the drive, the vision, and the ability to get things done. And the supervisor is just so pleased that these kind of opportunities are now coming to fruition. So you're going to see even more in the future. In fact, as the supervisor, Christine and I were just talking just a few minutes ago, supervisor is just getting ready to come back from his recent trip over to China. And again, looking at new opportunities, being able to talk about what is available here in the Antelope Valley. And you saw that in the fantastic video. It is my honor now to James Kuo, who is the Vice President of Operations for U.S. Topco Energy. So, James, thank you so much.
To begin with, I'd like to thank Mark and Jason for the hard work and the hardworking representatives of City of Lancaster. Under the leadership of the visionary Mayor Rex Paris, Lancaster has truly demonstrated itself to be a business-friendly city that embraces renewable energy. U.S. Topco Energy, U.S. PCM Energy, and all of our affiliates are committed to do our part in responding to the expanding global prices of the shortage of energy. To do so, well, especially in light of the $112 barrel of oil that just hit the news today. and the dangers posed by the nuclear generation. To do so in the United States, we envision a renewable energy science park, where like-minded companies will use as a base of operation for research and development, for sales and marketing, for assembly and manufacturing. We believe Lancaster is uniquely suited for that purpose. This forthcoming agreement of up to 100 megawatts in solar farm development is just a beginning of a long-term relationship that we hope we can develop with Lancaster. Finally, I'd like to introduce and thank Mr. Changchen Gong, Director General of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Los Angeles. Mr. Gong is and will be instrumental in bringing all interested parties together now and in the future. Please welcome Mr. Gong.
Good day, everyone. You want to know, I just came back from Taiwan on Wednesday afternoon. Still have jet lag. But when I get a phone call from Joshua yesterday morning, my first day back to my office, he told me good news regarding this important and meaningful project. I said, so I will make a rearrangement for my today's schedule. I'm very pleased to come over here. It's my first time to come to the city of Lancaster. Though I know Supervisor Michael Antonovich, he led a delegation to visit Taiwan last year. I remember it's March. He said the trip to Taiwan is very great, very successful. So I think it is bring some important result like today. I always remember one of the greatest president of the United States, Mr. John Kennedy. His famous saying is, don't ask what the country can do for you. Ask as you can do what you can do for your country. So I don't know anything about solar energy. I don't know anything about the important future energy industry. But I know today's project is very meaningful to not only to the state of California, but to the world in the future, because it is important energy industry. And I can assure you the partnership from Taiwan in this important project, it is very, very reliable, very successful in their technology, in their know-how, in their management. So I believe that I can get my endorsement for this important project. You will see many important projects coming in the great city of Lancaster and in the state of California, because my office will do everything to be of help. We had our commercial division, the chief, Mr. James Wu. He, because it's one of our important industry in Taiwan. We are the government of Taiwan. We are pushing, so I can make my best effort in this regard, and my best wishes for the joint venture. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gong. I'd like to introduce and welcome Charles Lee, our president of president of Topco Scientific, as chief executive officer for U.S. Topco Energy.
Thank you, James. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to be here. First of all, I'd like to thank for all the people who helped this event to be happen today. I also arrived last night. I cannot sleep this morning because it's too exciting. Yeah, for the past few days, we are busy in Taiwan to discuss how to support this project to be a success. So last night, with chairman of PCM, US PCM, Mr. Zhang. We also discussed a very long time. We believe we can support this project with 100% successfully soon. In light of ever decreasing of fossil energy source, we all know that the renewable energy is the future. However, the earthquake in Japan demonstrate that we once presumed a safe nuclear energy is indeed very dangerous. At Topco Scientific and the US Topco and all of our affiliates, we strive to reduce the dependence of fossil fuel and nuclear energy. As a company whose core business in the semiconductor, Topco Scientific and the US Topco offer the most professional solar PV technology and the service to our customer worldwide, and has been the leading company on the development, design, installation, maintenance of PV projects. As a representative of both US Topco Energy and the Topco Scientific, and on behalf of all Topco employees around the world, I thank the city of Lancaster for this partnership. Our entire Topco group will take our years of experience and expertise to full support this and all future projects with the city of Lancaster. I thank you again for the wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. I'd now like to introduce Simon Chen, Chairman of PowerCom and US PCM Energy.
Good morning. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lancaster City and the US Topco and Georgia. I think this is a combination, maybe the best combination in the world. I think as in this 50 megawatt project, what's our portion in this position? We are the module and the inverter supplier this product. I think thanks the PowerCom group, our company may be the only one in the world who is from the polysilicon to power plant. Actually, the company, we are 24-year-old company, 2,600 people, IPO in Taiwan already 11 years. So this is we have a 24 years history for the company. So now today, we are very proud of everybody can do the solar power plant, but we already have a solar power plant in Thailand, which efficiency is 86 to 90%, which is #1 in the world. In the world, solar power plant, everybody around 80%, but we are 86. If you calculate 20 years lifetime, 6%, 20 years, you have 122% higher than all the competitors. So I think that's our strength. And we think this time, Taiwan is the semiconductor is #1 in the world. That's the reason why in solar cell production, Taiwan technology, so far, maybe in the technology side, is a #1 in the world. So that's the strength from the manufacturer, good quality of Taiwan product. So I think why we are better than all the people, because the most important solar industry today is from polysilicon. So we are the only one group in Taiwan who has a polysilicon, wafer, cell, module, inverter, and the power plant. The most people who is from polysilicon to power plant, but they don't have an inverter. 24 years ago, I set up a company. I am PowerCom today is the #1 UPS manufacturer in Asia. So UPS is uninterruptible power supply. So which from DC to AC, I using this technology, change to inverter. Solar power plant is DC technology, then transfer to the AC, you can using the electricity. So this is the strength, is most of the solar company, they don't have a history and a technology. So this combination to make this power plant is very reliable and the best in the world. And I'm very happy to join with the U.S. Topco, who is the #1 system integrator. And we, with Joshua, 30 years in USA development, and thank for the Lancaster City, that's also environment for future people. I do believe this project will be very, very successful because with Joshua in front and the 2 IPO in Taiwan, U.S. Topco, who is the system integrator, PowerCom, who is #1 power plant already have a successful 5 megawatt in Thailand already running, which is #1 in Taiwan, who is outside Taiwan have a power plant. But in Taiwan, we also have a power plant. So I think we have a lot of, and in Italy also. So I do believe this combination will make Lancaster City very successful and have the best power plant in the world. I do appreciate everybody joining the meeting here. Thank you.
Well, it's obvious with the efficiency of their panel and their product and the efficiency of our sun, we can definitely change the world. And being part of it today gets me excited, and hopefully it excites you as well. With that, we'll close the events today. If there's any questions after the event, you can feel free to ask anybody up here. Thank you very much for coming.